Yeah, recording is in progress, man. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to what is this, number 2? I don't even know, bro. We have hella episodes
Yeah.
of different things
Well,
now, bro.
should we just call this the mailbag?
The mailbag. This will
We'll
be the
call it
first
mailbag.
the
Yeah.
first official episode of the Polytickin podcast mailbag.
Yeah.
This is something that we've been trying to figure out how to do and how to roll out. We just haven't gotten to it yet. But I guess this is it now. This is us announcing that we have a separate mailbag episode dedicated to fielding responses from everybody over there who's following us on all socials, man. We throw it out every week and people have been responding. So, it's been fun to watch. It's been fun to look at because people be coming up with some great questions, bro. And God bless it, man. I'm here for it, bro.
And also the Uso Dallas Casey hit us up about the fluffery episode, and he was like, "Yo, man, I'm in like the first 10 minutes or something, and I'm dying listening to y'all."
Yeah.
And even now, like recording right now, bro, like I just had dinner,
Yeah.
and I just
It's a different vibe, bro, for real,
yeah,
bro. It's about to get kind of wild because I'm tired as hell.
Marcus
Like
just
my
raced
job,
home from work.
bro.
He had a
You
full
know,
day's work. Just they're
oh,
running back to his house just to record this podcast, man. Notice the dedication. I just want
you
y'all
know.
to notice the dedication, y'all.
Please take notes. We are not taking this lightly. Okay, I done worked 10 hours at my bullshit job, and I rushed home to get some gas because my shit was dying. My fucking tank was on E, and now I'm here, bro. We're here to do the mailbag, man.
And also definitely unplanned, but you gotta expect it when you see us on camera. You know, it's just mine's just gray though. Mine's just like a like super light gray.
Okay, I
It's
see it.
not
It looks, it's
it's
like
not
the
fully
gym
white.
shirt.
Yeah,
Okay,
you know?
yeah, okay.
Yeah, we'll go with
You're
gym shirt. I like that. That
yeah,
sounds
you're missing like the Grant High School
yeah.
athletics on the
Mm-hmm.
front. Yeah, okay,
Gym
okay.
shirt. That sounds very ambitious. I like it.
Yeah, yeah,
Can you
yeah,
give me my gym shirt, please?
yeah, yeah,
All right, so
bro.
what
Oh,
what what
okay.
what, what?
No, I was gonna say, bro, I was having a debate with one of the dealers over there at the job yesterday, and she said, the key is Chinese, English second language,
Whoa,
or yeah, exactly. I'm
whoa.
not doing the accent. We're very PC over here. So she
Actually,
okay,
you
don't.
might
I don't. No,
you might be
no.
you,
Why? I can
you
pull it
might
off. No, my
uh,
ancestry. My ancestry may be suspect, bro.
well, hell,
But
I mean,
I'm not gonna
who's
chance
gonna
it.
tell you no?
I don't know.
Like,
My
I dare them. I
my
dare them,
maybe
bro.
Chinese ancestors might come down. I don't know, bruh. No, but she was saying the key to losing weight, you don't have to exercise. She was repeating what you were telling me about food. Just eat better. And I was like, bitch, I'm not trying to take no fucking advice about the gym from your small ass who's probably been this skinny since birth. I'm not trying to hear that from you.
I'm so glad she wasn't fat like me, because me saying it being fat, that just automatically just writes me off. But if she's
Right.
little, then I might have some merit to what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, maybe. But her word is suspect at best.
Why?
Forget that.
Why? Because she's
Why?
Asian?
No, because, well, I mean,
Nah, they're definitely naturally like fitter.
yeah.
I definitely like there was Asian kids in my class that had six packs. It was really crazy.
Yeah, they don't.
In elementary, like not even we wasn't even doing nothing. We was just playing basketball. I'm just like, why are these dudes so built for?
Bro, what? They don't exercise. They don't do nothing. I don't know. It's something in their diet. It's literally something in their diet. Their diets are way
Okay,
cleaner.
maybe you're not.
Maybe I'm not what? Oh yeah, maybe I'm not.
You're
I'm
one of
not trying to.
us.
Yeah, 'cause my diet is terrible.
No, but that is something though. Like if you eat better, you wouldn't have to really work out. Like it would save you some time. It would just be a miserable life. It'd just be real miserable of you to just, eating broccoli sticks, whatever they call them. Are they called broccoli sticks?
I don't freaking know, dude. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Shout out to her, man.
Yeah, shout out to her.
Yeah.
Listen, heed the advice.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're going to try our best to stick straight to the mailbag. So if you guys have any topics that you'd like us to talk about, anything, even like one thing that I didn't see in this that we seen last time was personal stories. Right. So we're not giving any names. We're not saying any names. We definitely see the accounts that are submitting, but like, personal scenario. It's just like, my boyfriend said this and this and this, or my girlfriend said this and this and this. Like we got a few of those last time. We didn't get any this time. We were a little, this is kind of on the fly. But
Yeah.
if you're listening to this and you hear what we're saying, and you're like, oh, I wonder what these guys think of, whatever. Send us a comment, send us a message, even on Spotify. If you're listening to this on Spotify, there is a feature to like leave a comment on the podcast. And so, hey man, we see those. Like we see it on the podcast app. Nobody has left us a message yet, but we can see it. We have a button to click it and it'll show us. So if you have something that you want to write down or you want to chime in about, leave us a comment on Spotify. And yeah, so without further ado, should we just get to it?
Yeah, I'm down to just get to it, bro.
All right,
just get to it.
I'm gonna ask this so you can answer because I feel like you're more into that than I am.
Okay.
Why? So one of the questions that we got today was, why do poly churches focus more on culture than religion? That's a pot stirrer right there.
Yeah, and I am ill-equipped to answer this because I don't know. I cannot tell you, bro. I cannot tell you.
You grew up in the church, though, right?
Yeah, I did, but I never took. I mean, I didn't really take note of what was going on. I just assumed, like I said last. I think we did talk. We touched on this a little bit.
Oh, did we?
We did, but I mean, we'll just reiterate it, man. I always felt like they were one and the same, our culture and religion. Like I thought all Christian churches, all whatever, ran the same way until I was really going to, the homies churches, like when I would like sleep over or whatever, or chill with them, like, Catholics or what is it, like SDA or AOG, like people worship differently. But I always thought that like they all had some kind of cultural tie to what they did in church, the way that we did.
Yes. Okay, we did talk about it. My fault. I wrote this question down again.
Oh my God. See, this guy just don't be remembering stuff, nachos,
bro. My mom, I told you we were gonna stay on the mailbag, then I'm over here on the tangent. My mom calls me just like an hour or two ago. And she starts like making jokes in reference to the podcast, like episodes from weeks ago. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And she's like, hello, episode 42 or whatever. I'm just like, yo, I don't remember that, bro. It's just like, I was listening to it last night and I was just like, I was so lost, bro. I don't remember what we be talking about, honestly.
No, as soon as the record button is like turned off, that's it. I forget, bro. I forget the wildness that goes on during this hour, bro. And I think that's crazy because I just watched something with another comedian talking about podcasts, and he said the same thing. People just forget, bro. Especially when we're just two fools, like two homies, just chopping it up.
Lying.
Don't take anything you say seriously, okay?
This is for entertainment purposes only.
Shut up, bro.
Because I was about to go in. I had a whole thing, and now that you said we talked about it, I'm like, if I say something for real, they're about to be like, this is the exact opposite of what you said.
What a hypocrite.
So
this show's gonna ruin our lives, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I would love to know why churches focus more on if you have a comment, leave a comment.
Yeah, please chime in and tell us because we don't know a goddamn thing. Okay.
Yeah, I think I think it's just to kind of answer the question. Hopefully, I'm not a hypocrite. I think it makes it makes the gospel more like easier to receive. When you're like just thinking about it. You got these brand new people, these random missionaries coming in speaking a whole different language. It's and they tell you these things, and they're telling you what you were doing was wrong and this and that. Like it's kind of like one of those old habits are hard to break, but also our people were really receptive. Tongans are really receptive of the gospel. And I think holding on to bits and pieces of our culture while also embracing the gospel, it was, first of all, it's probably easier for whoever the missionaries were to like
Transition.
get us, get us to come over to this side, because it's like familiarity, when it comes to like now, I feel like it's so ingrained from the inception of Christianity being introduced in the islands, at least. I feel like it's so ingrained. It's like you don't really know how to differentiate the two.
Right.
And also like there's a lot of things in our culture that kind of go against the Bible that we still embrace. And even myself, I don't understand how some people can be like a super devout Christian, but also, wear the Songaimiki or do certain things.
Right.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I just don't know what level of faith they're on, or what's their justification is. Because I'm not them, and I'm not like super devout like that, so that's a really good question. I feel like everybody has their own little answer and their own little connection with God. But as far as just looking or just thinking of the history of it, I just feel like in the beginning it was a lot easier for them to bring Samoans over to this side of faith and religion and belief if they were to still bring in certain parts of the culture and the customs.
Right.
And they didn't like that too, by the way.
Who's they?
The missionaries. They didn't like there are written accounts of them saying they didn't like that we were loud. They didn't like that we were dancing. They didn't like really the theatrics of it. They were against it. But here we are. So
if you were so against it, why didn't you leave our people alone to let us worship who we wanted to? Christian missionaries, huh? Eric McIntyre, why can't you answer that fucking question, huh?
That's what my mom said too. She's like, "Oh, I started laughing when Marcus brought up Eric McIntyre. That's like 12 episodes ago."
Yeah, I don't give a damn. Hey, fuck Eric McIntyre.
The funk never dies. You feel me?
You know what I'm saying? The funk never dies. Yo, the funk never dies.
For real.
Yeah, bro. This is a very layered question, bro. I don't know how else to answer it. Like this, what is it in our culture that we focus on so much within the church? Like it's usually money related, which always causes a kerfuffle within the family. You know what I'm saying? So all these, I don't know, like all these different aspects that I just don't, I guess I do identify them being Samoan, but that I don't identify as being Christian. It's just weird to me, Like I remember back in Texas, one of the older Usos, his name was Jamie. Well, maybe I should put his name out there. But the Uso converted to Catholicism because he didn't agree with where there's a portion in church where the families read how much each family donated for the week or for Sunday or whatever. Yeah, bro. Yeah. And
I remember your rap on that song. Remember that song we did?
Yeah, we were talking about missionaries and stuff in the religion and church. Yeah, bro. Yeah, shout out.
That was wild. We did a song way back in the day where we were talking about the wrongdoings of people in Samoa, and it was like different little things, talking about drugs, talking about neglecting their kids for bingo and for other things. Talking about it was there was one of us touched, I don't know who, because it was 4 of us, right?
Yeah, it was
all 4 of us. Me, you, Youre,
Caleb, yeah.
And
I said somebody Caleb twice, Caleb and Youre, yeah.
Somebody touched on the sweeping under the rug when kids get touched. And then
I want to say that was Caleb.
No, and then you went in on the church.
I'm telling you, bro.
Marcus, we all were trying to split a little bit of the blame here and there. Marcus went in. When you laid your verse and everybody was sitting there, who was like, damn.
Oh shoot! Oh man, I fucking lowered the chair. Hold on, bro. Man,
Hella remember when you start because you ended the verse with so I am God. Like you were
oh
talking about that.
yeah,
Remember you were talking about like
yeah.
you were from the pastor's perspective, and you was like,
Oh,
and I was just like, we just sat there and like, and then Joanna kept playing it over to edit it and stuff, and we kept hearing it. It's like, oh snap. And you were like, do I need to do it again? It's like, no,
yeah.
bro, we got enough.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Oh man, I vaguely remember like recording it with everybody, bro. Yeah, you need to send me that song if you still got it.
I might, but that was one of the things that you talked about that I didn't know about.
Yeah.
I wasn't aware that people read out how much you donated.
And I still don't know the purpose of it. I don't know what it
They
is to
still
this
do
day.
it?
Yeah, there are churches that still do it. Yeah, bro.
That's crazy.
You know, it is crazy. It's crazy to think about. I don't know, please someone tell me why it's done in the church, because that was one of the biggest reasons why the Uso left, because he was just like, why read that out? Why are you trying to, is this something to brag about? Is this some kind of
I'm telling
competition?
people I'm donating $5 every week.
You know what I'm saying? Like, God damn, hey, shit. Like, bro, what's 10% of zero, bro? Anyway, damn, that threw me for a loop. God bless it, bro. Damn, I just trauma dumped all over that verse and just forgot about it, bro.
You went in. It's like, this is why we can't put this song out, bro.
Yeah. Oh, shoot.
I don't think we ever put that song out, right?
Nah.
Yeah, we did it because you ruined it. You.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be honest.
We over here talking to the pedophiles and talking to Marcus, talking to pastors. Like, bro, that is the wrong gang to shoot at inside more. You know how many of them there is?
Yes.
It's like,
yeah, we already know they have a problem with me. Okay. Shout out to you. Follow
I forgot about that. Shout out. Were you with Caleb and them when they went to that church in Leonge where they were saying the breakdancers were the devil?
No. Oh no.
I think Caleb and them got roped in by like some treats, like some brownies or something. And they ended up going to sit in a random church session, whatever you call it. Yeah. And then there was like a whole thing about how rap music is evil. And then Caleb probably had a Tupac shirt on or something. Sitting here like, excuse me.
I feel like I would remember that, but I mean, I most likely wouldn't if I did.
It's probably before we really knew them, but yeah, that's hilarious.
Damn, that's crazy, man. Yeah, shout out to religion and culture, I guess, bro. If you got any answers to that, please let us know, man, because I'm very ignorant to this shit.
Marky's about to come out with another verse about it.
Yeah, I am God, part 2.
All right, for our next question. This is a question that we got last time, and we got it again, and we didn't really want. I personally didn't want to talk about it because we kind of talked about it a lot, but considering we already did our first topic already, might as well join the party.
Yeah.
Non-polys with polytats. Let me know what's your take on this, brother.
When we had the first version of the show, right? This was something that we always talked about, right? This was always something we did, and this was only 4 or 5 years ago. So it's been going on for a very long time. I think what really sparked that was the Nike, right? The Nike gear, the sleeves and stuff. Yeah, that's what really sparked the conversation first. And I remember back then thinking like, why is this such a bad thing? There are people who are obviously embracing our culture. There are people who want to buy it. They want to, they love it so much that they want to, like, I looked at it as support. But every time we talked about it, you always tell me like, if it's not being sold by our peoples, then people are profiting off of what our peoples are doing, then it shouldn't be something worth celebrating, So ever since then, like, I've just been looking at it from that point of view, like, I mean, and now it can extend to actual tribal tattoos, because it's like, bro, like, what makes you think that you're so, like, you're worthy of this? There are people like us, like real, like bred, Samoan people who don't feel worthy of getting songai mikis and shit, you know? So what makes people like outsiders think that they're worthy to get it, you know? So I don't know. It's something that I wrestle with too. It's like, bro, who what the wait, you go to Samoa for a year, all of a sudden you of the people, bro? Like who like what is this? You know? I don't know. Like I want to give them the benefit of the doubt too, especially if they go over there and learn and soak up the culture and be a part of the ceremonies and learn what's going on, then that'd probably be easier for me. But just from a surface level thing, and if I see like a non-Samoan person having a tribal tat, I'm like, who gave this fool? Is he a village elder? They did Shaq like that. They gave him a tie. They gave him a tie title to Shaq.
Hey, Shaq, give me $1 million. He could have him a tight title.
We're such sellouts, bruh.
What up, Shaq? Slide that M over here real quick. Go ahead.
You know, he's got like 20,000 sponsorships, bruh. He can afford it.
Let's
say you, fool.
When it comes to this, I think to me there's two answers. Good Lord. I think they're like in a perfect world, right? Mm-hmm. We would want to hold everything at the highest regard. We would want to keep it as historically correct as possible.
Right.
And when it comes this way, we would be not okay with any of it, right?
Okay.
Those are because, you know, historically those markings tell a story. Right. Some of them come from our family lineage, you know, and if you're not of the family or if you're not of the lineage, then you don't really, you shouldn't qualify to wear these, right? Mm-hmm. And I think if we apply it, so that, I mean, that's one answer, but if we apply it to real world, I don't know how well that would transfer over. And we talked about this before, but just to give the gist of it, right? When it comes to, like, me personally, I feel like, you know, the arm, the sleeves or whatever, you know, we have those different type of design. You can obviously tell that's from the Pacific. I'm not really too bothered with that. And maybe that's a problem. Maybe that's an issue. But, you know, from me personally growing up, those markings didn't have like a cultural importance. They told stories, you know, it helped us identify, you know, which, you know, are you Samoan, or are you Tongan, or are you Fijian, whatever. But in general, growing up as a kid in my household, like the Songai Miki and the Malu, the Pet and the Malu were up here. Everything else was below. And that's just kind of how I still look at it. I think that might be an issue though, you know, the fact that I'm just
kind of okay. Yeah.
That I'm just okay with, you know, the other tattoos going, and that it's somewhat lost importance, at least, you know, in my point of view. But the real life world, right? If we were to say that only Samoans can wear the Songai Miki, and we were to apply this to the Tufungas, to the people who do the tattoos, how profitable would that lifestyle be? You know, so my uncle, my uncle got his, and I was able to go in. Shout out to A-Town, shout out to CE down in Anaheim or Orange County. I was able to sit in, I was able to hold the skin while he was going. I was able to sit and really be a part of that process for a few days.
Nice.
It's not easy. This is not an easy process, not for the person getting the tat and not for the person giving it. Like, you talking about, bro, you have to be on your game. Like, literally, there was no, you know how they do the tattoos where they have the paper and they lay it on the skin and then it's an outline. None of that. There was none of that. He didn't have no measurements. He did everything with just a little marker, his tools, and that was it. And so when I say that, I want people to understand that this is not something that you could just pick up. Like, I couldn't watch him and just know how to do it. It takes years of apprenticeship to even learn how to do it yourself.
Right.
On top of that, if we were to say, oh, only someone can get this, and only you have to verify it, and all of these things. That number that these two fungas are doing the betas on, the number shrinks, especially if they start going like really traditional and saying you have to be a chief, or you have to know this and this of the language, and you have to speak to, like, if they were to do that, if they were to have all these restrictions on it, the tufunga might have 1 or 2 a year,
Right.
maybe 10, I guess 10 maybe.
Yeah.
If you are a tattoo artist and you have taken the or even if you don't know it, if you're a tattoo artist and you're like, oh, I could learn this skill, it'll take me years to learn it, but I'll have to be an apprentice and I'll work under someone, I'll be someone's understudy, all for it to lead to like 10 tattoos in a year. Guess what? That doesn't look appealing to people anymore. So if we hold it by the book, if we don't, account for the real world, the way that the world works, we could keep it pure. We can keep it to giving it to whoever is actually deserving of it, historically speaking, and that'll die out. Like, that'll just be dead. That the whole idea of a song like Miki, that process will just fade out, because there's no real benefits to learning as a tattoo artist. Like, why would you take years and years and years to develop this talent just to be told you can only give it to 5-10 people? It doesn't make sense. It would phase out. So it's hard, because like on one hand you want to keep it pure, on the other hand, if you do keep it pure, it's not going to be around. So my whole stance is like, I get why they give out questionable tats every now and then. Because it's like, okay, so if I stop doing these tats to people that may look quote unquote unworthy, I'm just not going to do this no more. Guess what? Nobody else is going to be able to carry that down. Now the tattoo is forever gone, and you can have people that'll try to do it. They'll have people to do it with the guns, or have people to try to mimic the things, but it won't be real. And now it's a lost art. You know what I'm saying? So it's,
the irony is crazy to me, man.
Bro,
the irony is crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. Like to think that to be able to preserve this, you should be open-minded enough to give it out to the people like that. That's crazy to think about, man, because I know there are going to be people out there who'll be like, man, fuck all that. Our culture isn't about the cash. It ain't about the money. It ain't about that. It's about preserving our culture.
Yeah.
Right. But in order to preserve the culture, why not spread it out and keep these people, keep the tradition alive by, and they can pass that down for future generations to maybe be able to one day just keep it pure like that. But that's not realistic either, because later on down the line, it can still fade out. Oh, that's crazy to think about, man. Wow.
It's I've never talked to any tattoo artists. I never talked to a tufunga about this. But just looking at it, right? Just looking at, just being able to say, okay, this is how the world works. This is how we want it to work. This is the compromise. I feel like this is the compromise that we would have to, because we're not there's not a lot of us.
No,
there's not a lot of us. And in the small amount that we have, not everybody wants a song. I don't want one,
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to have one, but I don't want to sit through that.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I deserve to have that. So not every you account for not everybody's gonna want one, and there's not a lot of us in general. Like, it boils down to, are we gonna preserve the culture by keeping it pure and letting it die, or are we gonna compromise here and there, as long as we still get my grandkids or my great grandkids can still see it, can still go up for it and get it, So it's a difficult, it's a talk that I don't think a lot of people are talking in this way. But when you live
when people hear like people talk like that, bro, they're gonna automatically think sell out. Sell out. You're not preserving our culture. You don't care about it. You're just willing to tat anybody up with that. So I mean, I don't agree with that, man. Like, especially old me would have been like, who cares, man? Like, they're rocking something that, that we're proud of to have, you know what I'm saying? But then just with all the talks that we'd have, it just made me rethink it. But like now it's like, the irony of spreading it out to the people is what can ultimately preserve this tradition.
Mhm.
That's crazy, dude.
Hey,
That's
bro.
crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely something to think about
Mm,
in a world where like and you know there are people who are gonna say that are gonna be like, oh, you're a sellout, you're this or you're that. If
mm-hmm,
I were to talk to these people and say, what's your career about? What do
mm,
you you know what have you put your time into? What have you invested your life into?
mm-hmm,
Like, you know, whatever it is, I'm like, okay, now imagine if you know if maybe if they're I don't know, they're an artist, performer.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay, you're a performing artist and you do 100 shows a year or 50 shows a year. Imagine if I were to come and tell you that because of how I view the culture, not how you view it or not how everyone views it, but the way I view the culture, you should only be performing at 5 of these venues, not the 50 that you're doing.
Mm,
Like, you know,
yeah.
and how would anyone else, if this was their calling, if this was their natural
Mm-hmm,
god-given ability, how would they react to someone saying that? And I get that they have a leg to stand on, but at the end of the day, like, we're not living on paper. You know,
right.
we're living in a world where money matters. We're living in a world where not everything goes according to plan, and people don't do what they're supposed to. You know, like,
Mm-hmm,
we have to adapt, we have to compromise, we have to go from there.
mm-hmm.
So
See, man, that word compromise always had like such a negative connotation to me too. You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
Because every time you hear compromise, I'm just like, dude, why do I have to sacrifice? I feel like it's a sacrifice of who you truly are. You know what I'm saying? Like
I mean, you could
it
definitely look at
can't.
that, but
Yeah.
you would have to step back and
Mm,
look at the big picture, because when we get stuck on like not wanting to compromise, it's like, man, we really finna just cut our nose, you know, despite our face, and not realizing we messing everything else up just so we can stand true on this one point. And it's like, sometimes it's bigger than that. Sometimes it's
mm,
bigger than us and bigger than our pride and bigger than our you know, our morals or whatever you want, not morals, but you know, it's
our
bigger than our
culture.
beliefs.
Okay.
Bigger than our
Okay.
beliefs, you know.
Okay.
So yeah, you know, it
That's
depends.
it. Just depends. It's
It
a toughie,
depends,
man.
you
Yeah,
know.
that's a toughie, bro. That's God. Don't ask me these questions. I don't know. But yeah, that's a great one, dude. That's definitely a thinker, man. Because we
Mhm.
always get every time I brought up the mailbag, like that one gets brought up the most. Definitely. Like every time we
Yeah.
put the mailbag out there, that is the question that always comes up, and I'm just like, dude,
I,
we've talked about it millions of times, but
yeah.
also we probably haven't talked about it millions of
and
times because that's a great point.
I will say this though. I definitely think non-Pacific Islander or Polynesian people should not be giving out the tattoos.
Mm,
I think that's where it stops.
okay.
I think the fact that um you know, we can still say that it's our people benefiting from the act.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're still giving out the tattoos. We're still being, you know, being given money for our time and also for our culture.
Right.
Even though some people may look at it like being a sellout, I don't think it's being a sellout. But as soon as it's an outsider
Yeah.
giving
That's
away the
that.
culture and profiting off the culture,
There it is.
I think that's where there's no murky waters about that.
Okay.
That is
Yep. I'm with that.
absolutely out of the question,
Mm-hmm.
you
I'm with
know?
that. And I'll just say this for any non-Chinese people with Chinese lettering on you, think about that.
No,
Okay? Think about that,
I
okay?
mean,
Shout out
yeah,
to
I
Kenyon
mean,
Martin. All right, Kenyon Martin did the same thing, trying to clap back at Justin Lin or Jeremy Lin. Sorry,
Jeremy Lin.
Jeremy Lin, and just made himself look like a friggin' idiot. If you don't knock
Well,
it off,
yeah, I definitely think that would be on other people to. I don't think gatekeep is a bad word. I think it's on other people to gatekeep their cultures, because you know, I don't know where the language falls.
right?
Like, just a different language, I don't know where that falls in the importance. It
Mm-hmm.
might be really important to people, and it might just be like, oh, it's just a translation, you know, whatever. I don't know. You know, so but shout out to the, you know, to the Chinese people if they feel a certain way, speak about it. Let them know and be felt about it, because that's what we should be doing. We should be. Oh, I know this is supposed to be mailbag, but no, we'll keep it mailbag. We'll talk about it on Monday.
Okay, I want like a little primer after the show.
Oh, got you.
Yeah, because I'm very my curiosity is piqued. But for sure, bro.
Yeah. So we got another question. We have a few more. Do you have any unusual hobbies?
Unusual hobbies?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot. I don't know, like what kind of. I mean, I don't really have many.
I was about to say, why are you confused right now? Like, well, how many hobbies do you have? Right?
Yeah, right. Like, what kind of? I don't really have any weird or unusual hobbies. What is like unusual to me may not be unusual to may not be unusual to someone else. I guess I don't really have many hobbies anyway. You know, besides this show. Is this show a hobby?
No, we getting paid, bro.
Yeah, we're getting paid. This is a job.
Shout out to the Patreon, man. Yo,
yeah, man.
Go subscribe to the Patreon, y'all.
Let's go. The music, video games. I don't really do much.
That's not unusual, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't really have any unusual hobbies that I can think of, bro.
I collect Pokemon cards.
Oh, that's not unusual. See, here's the thing. Like, I feel like everybody's hobby that's just different from mine will be unusual. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like not everybody has unusual hobbies. Like, but if you're out here, like, I don't know, I seen the example too. Big boy goes like he like collects owls or something.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. See, that's great, but that's some rich man hobbies. Okay, I think if I had like millions of dollars, I definitely have some weird ass hobbies. I just don't have the money.
If you was balling, what would be a hobby that you've seen from afar and you're like, dang, I wish that was me. What's a hobby?
I don't know, like sorry. Keeping like unusual animals. Like I'd like to have like be like some kind of zookeeper type thing. I don't know, have like a that'd be cool, bruh. That'd be cool. Like I don't know. Is that weird? Is that unusual?
I mean,
why?
You probably just want to walk around the hood of LA with a tiger or something, whatever they was doing in freaking
Snowfall. See, that's a crazy one. But if I'm rich and I'm just balling, I'm living in the hills and shit, or living somewhere kind of secluded where I can have like, where I can, I guess, like graze animals or do whatever. Like, I think I'd have that, like a little pen. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. That'd be my thing.
Yo, shout out to this girl I met at the volunteering thing. She said she was talking about how she was a vegan.
Oh,
and I was like, oh, crazy. Dang, you know what happened? I'm sorry to hear that. I was clowning on her. And then she said that she was in the Philippines and she had a pet pig. And she was chilling with the pig. She was young. She was like 7 or 8. She was chilling with the pig, blah, blah. And then like a week later, they slaughtered her pig to eat dinner, bro. When I tell you, I was like, I felt so bad. I was like, oh, damn. And honestly, I was thinking about it. I was like, dang, if I had a pet as a kid, that probably would have worked. I probably would have went vegan.
Oh,
and now as an adult, I don't know how that would work because I don't think I couldn't befriend a pig like I do like a dog. I don't know if I could be close to a pig. I'd just be.
Well, I mean, you're not a young kid in a third world country.
What? No,
like around farmyard animals. What do you?
I mean, if it was a dog, then for sure that's not happening.
Well,
but yeah. I don't know if
I'd have to question your parents if they did that to you. You have a dog as a child and they kill it and eat it for dinner. I'd be like, bro, and heck, what the hell? That's crazy, bro.
I'm just saying, like, if I was a kid and I had like there was a pig at the house and look, I don't know how that would happen. Like, I don't know how I would react. I'd probably be a vegan too.
Yeah, that's definitely traumatizing. I'm not trying to. I mean, that's so fucked up, bro. Like, good and goddamn well your kid has made a bond with this pig, bro. but it's survival of the fittest, dog. Like you have to, your family has to survive. So like, what do? You crush your kids' dreams, or you starve to death?
They're not gonna starve.
I don't know, bro.
You think if they don't eat the pig, they starve? What's wrong with you?
I'm sure there are other. Oh, okay, so if there are other options, why'd they have to kill their pig? Huh?
Maybe they had company. I don't know. Maybe they needed breakfast. They didn't have enough bacon. I don't know, but I felt so bad listening to that because I was like, clowning on her a little bit for like being vegan, like just joking, like, oh man, sorry to hear that, blah blah. And then afterwards, I was like, oh damn, I don't even want to eat bacon anymore. Like I felt so bad. So if you guys are listening right now, you guys heard the first half. We recorded that last week, and then we had some technical difficulties and we couldn't finish. And here we are today. We just finished the Patreon episode for this week.
Yeah.
And so it's a little, you might see the same clothes and the same background and whatnot, but
I was just thinking that too. I was like, bro, it's gonna be whiplash, bro. Wait,
yeah.
Did you just cut
these guys
different time too?
Yeah. So that's why you see the little difference. But we're back, first episode of the mailbag. We wanted to get to this and do it correctly. We were talking about redoing the first half, but if you guys listen to the first half, you understand we couldn't really have that conversation again. So
yeah,
here we are to finish off this week's mailbag episode. Let's just jump right into it.
Yeah, let's just go right into it, man. They know what it is. They know exactly what this is, man.
Sharing a playlist. Sharing a playlist, is that a love language? Can music be a deal breaker?
I look at it as being a love language just because I'm such a wannabe music nerd. You know what I'm saying? I'm always looking for something new to listen to. So then someone
new to listen to it with.
You know what I'm saying? I really like sending out different songs and shit that I'm a fan of that I think that the other person would be a fan of too, the way they be talking about music. So I look at it as like, if I'm sharing these songs with you, just know I mess with you heavy, okay? Yeah, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, that's me. I don't for me, it wouldn't be much of a deal breaker unless the music is trash.
I think music would be a deal breaker for you, bro.
Yeah, why?
Because I don't know. I feel like if you wouldn't get with a girl that listens to all drill.
Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, okay, it would
drill music's not trash. But I'm just saying, I don't think you would listen to the hey babe, what's up? She hop in the car and I was like, shot him in the face, then I shot him at the waist, then I shot him in his place, then I shot him in the
yeah. Okay, yeah. When you put it like that, for sure. Like it's about I feel like we would recognize each other's taste just a little bit before sharing and then start, then go from there. Like I think in the beginning I'd be able to tell if she's super into drill and I wouldn't even consider sharing the music with her. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, you just hate drill people like that?
It's not that. It's just I'm using your example, you fucking guy, bro. What a master schemer, bro.
I don't think, man, bro. Honestly, especially now, I don't even. If somebody give me a playlist, I don't know if I'm listening to it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't send whole playlists. I just send songs.
I don't even. No.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it would be different if I wasn't in a relationship and I was looking.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, so look at it like that then. If you were still single and you was looking, and a girl sent you, songs or something.
No, I wouldn't. Because I've had that happen before.
Oh, and what didn't you like about it?
I don't know, because I listen to the same music I listen to forever.
Okay.
Like my playlist is really based on 2008 to 2011. So when people send me other music, I'm like, all right, that's cool, but
damn,
nothing really moves me, bro. Like for real.
Damn, you're such a cold-hearted bastard. You're not open to listening to new things?
Not really. Nothing really. Nothing moves me, bro. I listen to when Cole drop. I listen to when Nas drop.
I mean, this is me assuming that this is just hip hop for you, not even R&B. No, because that's what I send. I don't send out straight rap.
Nah, I don't even listen. Nah, not really. I don't listen to music anymore. So
yeah,
the playlist thing is not really existent to me. You know, I really wouldn't. And as far as it being a deal breaker, I mm, I don't think so, because I feel like a different type of music would just mean that's a different, like that's a person from a different walk of life. So I feel like we'd have a lot to talk about.
Like you wouldn't have a lot to talk about?
No, we would.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know, if they're from like a different, you know, if they're listening to country or rock or whatever,
Right.
something that I don't really listen to or I've never really grew up on.
Do you
Even though
think
the
that
you
what?
think what? Do you think what?
Do you think that if they were to do that, like so you're saying it's not a deal breaker for you, right?
Mm.
Um what the fuck? I straight forgot my point. Wait. What the fuck was I gonna say? I already forgot.
What are you talking about, bro?
I don't fucking know. That's the problem. I don't know, bruh. Shit, dude. So I was confused at first, though. Like you said, it's not a deal breaker, but you're making it, or you're saying that it is a deal breaker, but you're making it sound like it's not.
No, I said it's not a deal breaker.
Okay. So you would have a lot to talk about whether, but oh fuck, I don't fucking know. I'm trying to grab it. I lost it.
I said it's music is. I don't think the music could be a deal breaker, because if they have music that's not really your forte,
Okay, there you go. Then
then
you'll
it'll
have
have,
something to talk
you
about.
know, it'll be a lot to connect over. Like
Yeah.
just a different perspective. You'll be able to be like, oh yeah, this is what y'all used to do. This is what I used to do.
Mm-hmm.
And sharing playlists, I think it could be a love language. I think a lot of people take it as that, because like I don't, some people are weird, bro. Like you hear about these people gatekeeping songs and
Oh
they
yeah, of
won't share.
course.
Have you ever
Yeah,
been that person?
I've never been that person. I've encountered people who have. Like when I'm at
You
part well, like when I'm at the party with the Usos, I'm like, hey, Us, what song is this? Like, I don't think to use Shazam or whatever. Like, hey, Us, who's this? Like, oh, don't worry about it, Us. Damn, nigga, did you write this shit? What the fuck, bro? Like, who the fuck are you, bro? Are you like credited on this song? What the fuck?
you that oh no, I don't know. I don't know if I've ever been in a situation where I ask someone for a song and they don't give it to me, because I just
Yeah, bro. Like they'll give it to me. Like I'm making it sound like they don't, but they they do eventually after some prodding and shit. Like after they like watching you squirm. Like ask for it. It's fucking weird. Just like, yeah, are you not gonna give me the song is? No, 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 no. I got you. No, I got you. Then what the fuck was this interaction for, you fucking bitch? What the? Give me the damn song.
if I ask you for a song and you don't say nothing, I'm not gonna ask you again.
Yeah,
Like
and I
it's
don't
not
ask
that
bruh anymore.
it's not that important. Like
Yeah.
all right, you know, have fun.
Ex-
I don't know. Is that a young people thing? Is the person that you're talking about young, or those people that
he's I mean, he's younger than me, but not by that much, like 2, 3 years older. So no. Everybody does that. Or younger, I mean, 2, 3 years younger.
that's wild.
Yeah, bro.
Like what
Like what? Like, is this some fucking guarded secret that I'm not aware of? Like, what the fuck I
what
gotta do to listen to the songs you like, you bastard? What
what
the fuck?
what do you gain from being the only person with the song? Is that because you're now they're like,
Now they have
oh
to come to you. They have to
we
come to you.
have to give you the aux score because you
Yeah, like some kind of
yo,
pride thing is fucking weird.
some people, bro. I mean, when you
Yeah.
don't have nothing else going for you, I guess you could be the aux man.
Yeah, the Oxman. The Oxman.
It's a Charles Xavier and the Oxman.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy to ask. Oh my god. I've seen that. Like I've seen the tweets, or like especially like with the food stuff, you know, like people say, oh, they look hella good. Where you get that from? Like, oh, it's a secret.
It's like, well, fuck you then, man.
Like how first of all, how arrogant, how self-centered do you have to be to think if I tell people it's gonna be too many people, so I can't go here? Like you're not Keith Lee, my guy.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
not,
for real.
the line's not gonna be out the door if you post where you got it from.
Yeah.
That's
People,
weird.
yeah, that is weird. You know, we always say that people don't want to be the first, but people definitely want to be the first in like knowing music, knowing what restaurants are cool and shit. Like they want to be the first and only to know. You know what I'm saying? So they don't want to tell nobody. It's like, oh, this is mine. They fucking pay me, dude.
That's
They
weird. You
fucking
know what?
pay me.
You know what? You know what I'm gonna say? I'm gonna say this. I feel like those kind of people who want to be the ones who hold the music and the ones who cover up the restaurant. they're the ones that have nothing else to add to relationships. Yo, if you do that, then you understand that your music, like you being a DJ is the biggest role that you are ever going to be valuable in. Hey, let's change if you hold on to music when someone asks you, hey, what song is this? And you say, no, why do you say that? If you do this, I would love to hear your opinion. But for me, listening, like just envisioning this situation happening, this scenario occurring, I would say it's because that dude knows that he if they knew his music, he wouldn't be invited to the cookout again.
Well, that just sounds sad and depressing when you put it that way, bro.
That's really what it has to be.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know. I don't know any other like suggestions, bro. Like, what the fuck else? Like, why else would you keep that a secret?
I don't know.
You don't get paid for it. Like,
if you get paid for it, I'm with you.
Right, but there's not even any social currency with that, bro.
No, there is social currency. Now you're the guy who has all the music that no one knows about, so they have to invite you.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, yeah. But I mean, who the fuck wants to be that guy?
Oh my God. That's ridiculous, yo. I can't believe people do that for real.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it was just as a joke they would say it to me, but they would really hold on to it like they fucking wrote this song. Like,
and I'm sure there are other people out there that really, like, I've seen it. Like, it's like a thing. It's like I just seen a screenshot or screen recording of a guy. He posted food. The other guy said, "Hey man, where this at?" And the guy said, "Oh yeah, it's and he sent the voice note. He's like, "Yeah, so this spot is and then he plays the audio of a car crash.
Oh my God.
And he's like, I'm dying. And then wow. That's why he couldn't tell him the spot that he ate at. And I'm just like,
that's fucking dramatic if you don't knock it off.
Well, I mean, obviously it was supposed to be a joke, but still, I think the joke, you know what they say, behind the JKs is a little bit of truth.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I think behind that is a little bit of truth that people really do that. And I don't get it.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, you're a loser. Yeah, get the hell up out of here. You're a loser, bro. Get with us. We'll share it. We'll share it wholeheartedly, dog. If you want to know what song that we're playing right now, we'll share it.
Yeah, shout out to the people who share. And for the people that don't share, keep your secrets because that's all you're good for.
Damn. Yeah.
That's all you're good for.
Yeah.
And it's lovely to send shots at people that can't claim the bullets. Because if they do, then they're also claiming the fact that they're gatekeeping weirdos.
Right. See?
So, that's awesome to send these shots, You're
just like, oh no. I'll just keep doing me.
Yeah. So shout out to the people who share their playlist, being a love language. I can see that. I don't know if music could be a deal breaker, but the ideals that come from the music they listen to, that could be a deal breaker.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, if they listen to fucking Chief Keef, they're probably like, oh yeah, they just love they're out here up to no good.
Yeah, if you listen to Try That in a Small Town, like, I probably won't laugh at you.
Right.
So the next question we have in the mailbag for this week is, I think it's directly strictly to you. Shorts or no shorts? What's your EFI?
I'm going shorts every time. Shorts, yeah.
Okay.
I'm going shorts. I would not want to just wear my underwear under my EFI, bro. Like, I would feel uncomfortable. It's like, bro. I guess it's like that same idea of people not wearing underwear when they wear like pants and shit. But it's like, I don't know. Yeah, there are people who do that. They go straight commando.
I mean, sweats I could see.
Right.
But none of them jeans are,
I'm sure there are people who do that. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if people do that. It's like, bro, if you're freeballing in sweats in public, bro, I'm sure you do that with your other kind of pants.
I just feel like sweats would be a little more forgiving.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. But no jeans or,
people are crazy, man. But for me, shorts are shorts, okay? Shorts under the EFI Conga. Did you say jorts?
No, it's just short.
Oh,
I say shorts. You're high.
yeah. Nah, I wouldn't wear jorts under either, though. That's the thing. It's too fucking hot.
When's the last time you wore one?
A couple years ago, probably for church. If
Oh,
not, yeah, for church.
damn. So did you wear that every time you go to church or just certain occasions?
No, certain cases. If I don't
Oh,
really have any clean bottoms like pants and shit.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. I think I wore those when I was a kid, like White Sunday type stuff. Or
Yeah.
is that right? White Sunday?
Why Sunday?
Yeah.
So you wore shorts under, right?
I don't think so.
Oh,
I don't, because I was a
when you
kid,
was a
so
kid.
like I don't
That's
know. I didn't
different.
really dress myself.
Right.
I don't
Well,
remember.
I feel like it's crazy that as an adult you're not wearing shorts under your EFI collar because man, what the hell, guy? What the hell, bro? What are you doing here, dog?
that's a little much.
That's way too much, bro.
One strong breeze.
You know what I mean?
It's a full moon in the middle of the church. I don't
You know
know.
what I'm saying? And if it's a little swampy down there for you, it'd probably smell. You know what I mean? Like swamp.
I will never look at money the same being in Samoa.
Why?
When you see a dude who's only wearing the ear and boxers, maybe boxers, I don't know, and they come in and they pay with their money that they grab from their Auaga.
I never seen that, bro.
You've never seen that?
Nah.
Oh my god, I seen that, bro. I was behind a dude, and I remember I usually in the middle, because in Samoa, every store in the front of the store they have musubi, they have egg sandwich and tuna sandwich, and I used to always give me a tuna sandwich before anything. So I remember I was behind a dude at the store, and this fool was like, he was like looking for, see what they had, and he was like rifling through the stuff. And then he goes and they tell him the price, and he goes and he digs out dollars, but he don't got shorts on. Like it's just his ear.
Nice.
And his ears like hiked up high, because he kind of got it like over his belly a little bit.
Right.
And I was just like, oh, this fool just went in his balls sack. And mind you, this is the same dude that was rifling through all the sandwiches. So then I didn't get a sandwich that day because I was like, I don't know where his hands been.
Right.
And the dollars in Samoa was so moist.
Yeah.
Like always moist. It was like moist, wet. Like,
yeah.
And that now that's why. That's why a lot of them dollars is over there, because people is not wearing shorts under their ear.
Yes. Well, see, that's, I feel like that's cool. Wearing no shorts under the ear, the regular ear, the ear lava lava, but the ear faikanga, like to go to church in your ear faikanga and free ball it with no, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy to me.
Free ball it with no wallet.
Yeah, free ball it with no wallet. Yeah, bro. That's crazy. Like, I feel like it's more socially acceptable with the ear lava lava. So that's cool.
Okay, I see.
You know what I mean? But
I would hate to be. I would love for you to be a cashier. Saying no, it's fine. Don't wear any shorts under your ears. Having to accept that slimy $5. You know what I'm saying?
That's where gloves come in. Gloves and masks, bro.
Oh, okay, Dr. Fauci.
Yes. Would you rather? Would you rather take a slimy dollar bill from a dude's Auaga, or or a woman's from her tits, from her bra?
I'm gonna go with the woman because women are usually cleaner.
Yeah.
And even if they're both like equally as dirty, that up here ain't gonna be like that down there.
Yeah. There's it's a whole different ball game down there.
Yeah, nah. It's this up here. You get ventilation. You know what I'm saying? You get sunlight. You get a breeze.
You know what I'm saying?
Down there, it's the abyss.
It's the abyss for real. It's hidden away for a reason. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to know what's going on down there. Like if it's public, like if it's out like that, people will be inclined to keep it clean for the public.
Yeah.
So no. What the fuck, bro?
If you were a girl,
yo, who's gonna base everything around that? So would you do that if you were a girl?
Oh man, And to round off our mailbag episode, what is a skill that you're developing to use as leverage in the near future?
See, when I seen that, I was like, I immediately thought of like soft skills, right? Like interpersonal
Like what?
communicate, like soft skills.
What is that?
Like, so there's a difference between soft skills and what they call hard skills. Hard skills are like, something that you learn how to do as far as like work related stuff. Like maybe you know how to do, you're good at like Excel, you know what I'm saying? Or
Mm-hmm.
you got like, words, you have really good like word per minute or typing speed or whatever. Something that's like job related,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like a technical skill. Soft skills are more uh like emotional intelligence type stuff, like how you
Mm-hmm.
are like as a person, your personality, your communication skills. Is punctuality a soft skill, like being on time? Because not a lot of people know how to be on time. I don't know if that's a
You
skill to
don't
master.
say.
Yeah. Yeah. I know I be late all the time, and my shit is trash. My punctuality is trash, bro. Every time we say 10 on the dot, I'm like, oh yeah, we're good. It was 10:15, 10:30.
We just finished our podcast at 11:30. Marcus said, "Yeah, let's do an hour." 12:30. I texted him at 12:30. This was it. Yup, about to smoke.
Yeah, I'm smoking. I'll be up there. Hey, I was only 5 minutes late. But if yeah, so that's where my mind went to, was soft skills.
Okay.
So I would think like my interpersonal communication, like being able to talk to people better, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that's something that you need to develop early on to be able to just, like, I don't know, just be able to network better,
Yeah.
build whatever it is that you're building,
Mm-hmm.
That's definitely something you need to be good at as we pursue something like this. You know what I'm saying? We're
Mm-hmm.
gonna be around a lot of people. We're gonna meet a lot of people who probably have the same interests. You know what I'm saying? So working together and being able to communicate what you want to do is just very important, for your goals that you're trying to reach. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that's one of them.
I definitely agree. Me personally, being at the Native Center and volunteering and trying to meet people and be
Mm.
comfortable in meeting people
Mm-hmm.
and just being outgoing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I basically so for my position, right? Everybody has like a spot that they do, and every week my position is I'm literally the door greeter.
Mm.
So at first, it was just like, hey, good morning. But like now, I'm very comfortable with people. They say hi to me. That
Yeah.
I'm asking them how they been, how to you see those people that are like really comfortable with their audience.
Mm.
And they're like, hey, how was the kids? Tell me, and how's the, like that type of thing, right? And I've
Right.
always seen that and I've always envied it. Like I'm like, wow, that's really cool that you could, just be that involved and personable with all these people
Mm-hmm.
that you see very limitedly, limited wise.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so me, yeah, definitely that's one of them, trying to just be more comfortable being myself around people because
Mm-hmm.
I come from just being so guarded and quiet and
Yeah.
don't talk unless you're talked to type stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's really
Mm-hmm.
where we come from. So yeah, that's one of them. And also the social media aspect of things. I'm trying to really grasp it and learn it so that I could apply it to like different things because it's a lot of companies, especially out here in the community that I live in now. It's a lot of older people.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of businesses that I feel could really benefit from a social media presence, but they
Mm-hmm.
just don't know. They're older, they're from a different world.
Mm-hmm.
So I think being personable, being outgoing, and just being a better conversationalist, that is definitely one that I would hope to use. And also the inner workings of social media.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would benefit in any capacity, especially when it comes to these programs that they have at the center. Awareness and publicity, is always a good thing. So,
Right.
so yeah,
Yeah.
that's my answer.
That's cool, man. Like social media marketing, like there's a lot of good things to come out of that as far as like for big and small businesses, bro.
Mm-hmm. You know,
Especially because it's the way of the future,
and
or the
also
present.
know, yeah, and also knowing the culture. behind it. You know,
Mm.
like you could know the hashtag, you could know the idea of a hashtag, you could know the idea of going viral,
Mm-hmm.
but you know, there are little things like trends that aren't really they don't write them down, you know,
Right.
like the idea of like if someone were to, you know, after everything that happened in Montgomery,
Mm.
you know, you don't really, you can't really read an algorithm that says if you do a funny skit with uh a folding chair as a character,
Mm-hmm.
that'll go crazy. You don't really, you can't really read an
Mm.
algorithm about it. But if you're like in the know when it comes to the culture, when you're like aware of what's going on in the culture, then you understand, okay, this is the trend that we could hop on, and
Mm-hmm.
then it goes from there. You know, there's
Mm.
just certain things that's not, it's not codable. They can't
Right.
write a code for it. They can't write an algorithm for it. You have to
Yeah, there's like
really be a
unwritten
part.
rules to this shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely,
you
bro.
know, being really involved, being really immersed in it.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you could really prosper when it comes to
Yeah.
it. So,
Yeah, that's true. And what's crazy is that you can use that marketing tool for any kind of business, right?
mm-hmm,
No matter what you're trying to do. Like whether it's this podcast, your music, you know, whatever
mm-hmm,
you got, like social media marketing is going to be very essential for what you want to accomplish.
mm-hmm,
So that's real, bro. Shit, those like that's the thing too. Like those are the tiny little details that I want to, you know, like be stronger in, you know what I'm
mm-hmm,
saying? Like there are things that I notice and I take note of mentally but I don't retain it. So you know, it's little examples like for our show, right? Like we drop certain things at certain times, you know, like people don't realize when you drop certain things at certain times, you know, engagement goes up. It's little
mm-hmm,
details like that that people really need to focus on, because that's what's going to drive your numbers, right?
mm-hmm,
Is the engagement and figuring out what people are talking about and going from there. Like I'm noticing, like, you know, I'm noticing that numbers spike at different times on different days, you know, and it's really interesting stuff. Like just being able to see all that. I'm trying to learn more about the analytics of things, like
mm-hmm.
how numbers like you know, how numbers coincide with what and how and why. Like it's all very essential. So on top of like the essential soft skills that we need as far as talking to people, public speaking, you know what I'm saying, you know, the technical skills are something that we need to figure out what else we need to improve upon too. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, I also want to start like try writing. You know what I'm saying? Like I was just talking to the Uso Cold about, you know, right? He has an idea for a show and shit, and I want to be able to implement that. So there's things like that where there's hella skills I want to fucking improve on for the
Mm-hmm.
future, bruh. Hella, bro. And it all revolves around what the fuck we're doing here and what I'm seeing in the community. So yeah, fuck yeah,
Yes,
social
sir.
media marketers, bruh.
Among other things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. So for the first mailbag episode, man, I think that's pretty much it. Did you want to touch on anything else?
Nah, I don't really have much else, man. We don't have anything in here.
Well,
Why?
with
What's
that
up?
being said,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I don't think we have, yeah,
Uh
we have, you know, if,
yeah, I appreciate y'all for still rocking with us. Like, bro, this is two stitched together ass episodes. Like, this is crazy. But yeah, first mailbag is in the books and it's very successful. Hopefully, we're gonna turn this into a thing every week. 4 pieces of content, man, every week. It's gonna be hard work.
if you are listening to this, leave a review
Boop,
under the Spotify app or the Apple Podcast, Google Podcast,
boop.
wherever you listen to us. If you're on YouTube, give us a subscribe or a follow. Leave a comment if you're messing with it. Anything
Mm.
you want to chime in on. Also, for the next episode, the next mailbag episode, if you want to join in, leave us a comment or leave us a message on Instagram at the Polytickin Podcast, at Oh Hello Marcus, at Sefa M. You know, we take questions, comments, concerns. Also, you know, if you need some advice, you know, if you need some love advice, Marcus is here. Marcus is here, you know. If you need some advice about, you know, where you want to go eat, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here. Let us know. We want to know what y'all listening to. We want to know what y'all watching. We want to know what y'all wearing, what you're not wearing under your pachanga, everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
share your music with us. It's a love language, man.
Yeah, share it with
Don't worry.
Marcus. I won't listen to it.
Yeah, someone's not gonna listen to it. I'll listen to
Marcus's ears be thotting around. They was there.
Yeah, yeah.
Put some respect on your eardrums, bro.
Come on, dog. Respect. Put some respect on everything. Oh man.
Yeah, take us out, bro.
All right, this has been the first episode of the Polytickin Mailbag, man. You know what it is. Sefa M, Marcus, we out. Go faço four. Put your questions in there, man. Trying to answer some shit. Fa.